Hey guys, and welcome to Quality Shot. I'm really excited to be joined by Mush, and we're going to be talking about the big dog in the division? No, in the whole sport. To be honest with you, let's be honest. I mean, it's Canelo Alvarez. I mean, he's fighting Yildrim in February, but it now seems that he's agreed a three-bout unification fight in May. I'm assuming it's going to be on the Cinco de Mayo holiday or roundabout then, against Billy Joe Saunders, the unbeaten WBO super middleweight holder. Okay, I think both of us have said this before anyway, that we wanted to see this fight, and we thought it would be a pretty good fight. What are your thoughts on him, I guess, agreeing this deal?
Finally, and just hope it goes through, because I think or they were very close last year, and everything that happened, and it looked like it was kind of dead. But I'm just glad that an agreement is close or done.
Yeah, exactly. And I think a lot of people were saying that, oh, if Canelo is going to offer Billy Joe the fight, then he's just going to keep on giving him short notice. But clearly, he's got a lot of notice here now, so there can't be any excuses from Billy Joe's side, I think, in this instance anyway. But it's good that he's got notice, I think, and interesting to see whether Billy Joe takes another fight in between. I think personally he should, but I don't think he will. If I was him, I would fight in February as well, like Canelo, and then fight in May, because he hasn't fought for a bit
He
of
fought
time.
Murray.
Yeah,
No,
which
he fought
was
Murray.
in December. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, I think he should be more active, because that was the first fight he'd had in a year. So
Yeah. No, I
like
guess so.
he's way too inactive. Like if you look at his career as a whole, like he's super inactive. So I mean, he keeps on saying, I hear so many interviews with him, with Kugan Cassius, or like Umar IFL Umar going, you know what? He goes, yeah, I just want to be super active. If I want to get out 3-4 times a year if I can. Like he says that every single interview, and I do like him because I think he's a good character. But like he clearly doesn't live the life, and I just feel like if you want to, I feel like since he's actually been with Mark Tibbs, it looks like he has been more so. And if he does want to get out 3-4 times, at least get out twice in the year, for crying out loud. So let's just hope that he gets out. If he gets out 3 times, fantastic. But I feel like he should have one fight before Canelo to get out the cobwebs. But let's see. I mean, I wouldn't like to see him go straight in with Canelo after the Murray fight. But yeah, what do you think?
It's probably a bit risky and too short notice now, but it would have been a good opportunity for him to get his mandatory out of the way. Because I mean, I haven't seen much of Zach Parker, but he's his mandatory, and I think he's been his mandatory for quite a while now. So could have been a big chance for him to get a run out. I'm not sure how good Zach Parker is, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of him,
but he must be decent, or of a decent enough standard to be, number one contender. So, but I guess they didn't know that Canelo would come up in May.
Yeah. Although isn't Charles
But
Martin like number 2 in the IBF or something? So not. I'm just
he
joking.
he walks this earth like a
Like
god.
a god. Yeah, and he got knocked out like that as well. To be fair. Anyway, oh, he's funny. Yeah, I don't want to talk about him and Deontay Wilder, but that's probably definitely going to happen as well. Okay. Yeah, Canelo. I mean, Billy Joe. This is just a great fight. I mean, as long as he comes through that Yildrim fight. Yildrim was knocked out by Eubank Jr. and there's a lot of, oh, why is he fighting Yildrim? Blah blah blah. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't actually care that he fights Yildrim. And the reason I don't care is because either side of that fight, he's fighting Callum Smith, who at the time was the ring recognized number 1, and then he's fighting Billy Joe. He's fighting 2
Exactly.
title holders, and he's trying to clean up the division. Like, you can't expect someone to fight 3 big fights in the space of what? So he fought in December. He fought in December. So he'll fight in May. That's 6 months. You can't expect someone to fight 3 times in 6 months and then all 3 fights to be big fights. But the fact that he's even fighting 3 times in 6 months is ridiculous. Like, it's actually ridiculous.
Exactly.
And like, you don't see that.
Like I said before, he's trying to make up for lost time, which is good. It's good to see.
Yeah, 100%.
One thing that I don't understand is how Yildrim's the mandatory, because the last time I checked, Yildrim lost his last fight.
Oh, did he?
I think so. I'm pretty sure he did. Hang on. Give me 1 second.
So oh
He
yeah,
lost
you're
his last
right.
fight.
Yeah, to Anthony
I
Durrell.
don't, I don't, I don't understand how he's mandatory.
So he lost it to Anthony Durrell for the WBC, the vacant WBC super middleweight title. Also, the last time he fought was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
What the hell? That is bizarre. I have no idea. He clearly has some kind of connections. That's what I'm gonna say.
but could it be because Darrell has retired or something, or has he stopped like fighting? I don't know.
Yeah, Anthony Durrell has retired, but that shouldn't matter because like once you lose a world title shot, you normally drop down the pecking order. That's what normally
I don't
happens.
even know. I don't even know who's in and hang on. Let's get these rankings up.
I mean, thing is, what David Benavidez had the title after that, but then he lost it because he didn't make the weight. But he should really be the mandatory.
Blows my mind. I literally have no idea how that's come about. But yeah, like you said, Eubank cleaned him out in what, 2 rounds, 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah.
So it should be a relatively straightforward fight for Canelo, and I guess that suits him because he probably just needs to stay active and not take too much risk or damage. But
yeah. His nickname is Mr. Robot. That's a really bad nickname to have for a boxer.
What? Avni, Yildrim.
Yeah, it makes you sound so stiff, but anyway. Yeah, that's hilarious, Mr. Robot. Anyway, yeah, I agree with you. He just needs to stay active. He could have fought anyone and it wouldn't have mattered as long as he's fighting. Because look, he's going to fight another big fight in May. So that's all good. Cool. Anything else you want to touch upon before we wrap up?
Should we talk about Eubank?
Yeah, go for it. Let's talk about Eubank actually. So Eubank Jr. obviously signed with Sauerland. I touched on that one of my previous videos, and I mean, I don't know what do you want to say about him?
It's a positive move because like in the end of year video that we did, it was the name that I mentioned. I was like, just what are you doing? So it's a positive step, and I don't think they've announced any fights yet. I mean, he signed like last week or whatever, but
he wants
it's
Triple
a positive
G,
step.
but that's been going on for like 5 years.
I think he because I saw yeah, exactly. I saw. I think he made like a list. I don't know if he did 5 or 3 names, but he's aiming for the right kind of people. Just hopefully he gets one of them done and ASAP, because it's like I said before, it's been a while, and mainly because of what he said about Kell Brook and Liam Williams, which I found quite funny. So if you base them out into taking a fight, then no. To be fair, the names were put to him. He didn't actually call them out. So
I think they did. You're right, actually, yeah. But also the Kell Brook one, I think is such a stupid suggestion, and like this kind of to me reminds me of like I was talking about Ryan Garcia Pacquiao, because he's 2 weight divisions below Eubank. I know he's fought 160 before, but that was one fight against Triple G, and it's clearly not his optimal weight. Otherwise, he'd be fighting there. So why would he move up?
To be fair though, to be fair, they've always said that Kell Brook is too big for 147, and his best weight is 154. So technically, it's 1 weight. But then again, it could be 2 because Eubanks is either 160 or 168.
Yeah, because Eubanks fought 168, hasn't he? So I just think even then, like the difference is there, and for Kell Brook, why would he take that fight? It's just...
it'd be a cash out, because there's a bit of beef there, so it would be a cash out fight.
I'd like to see Liam Williams versus Eubank Jr. I think that'd be a really
definitely
good fight. That'd be a really good.
It'd be a good fight.
But I think it looks like Andre's probably going to have to fight him now, because Billy Joe's going to fight Canelo. Then like Billy Joe's like, it's funny because I think what happened is Billy Joe thought, I don't know if I'm going to get the Canelo fight. So then he started talking up Andre again, and Andre started doing it.
Now he's got it.
Yeah, and now he's like, it's like that meme where the guy's with the girl and he's like walking down, and then there's and then he looks behind him. That's like Billy Joe.
Insert it here. You can put it right here.
Yeah, he's walking down the road with Andre, and then he just looks behind, checks out Canelo, and he's like, yeah, actually, I can get that. And that's what he's thinking. That's what he's thinking, isn't he? You can tell. You can tell because he's gone quiet. Like I haven't heard him talk about Andre since, and I think that was at
Yeah,
the beginning of the year or in December. He was proper talking it up, and Andre was like, yeah, don't worry, man, can get it done. He's like, can't just wait for Canelo. Just got to get on with it. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's
yeah.
fine. But now Billy Joe's agreed. He's just like, yeah, see you, mate. I mean, it'll be imagine. This is never going to happen, but if you fought Andre in like February and then Canelo in May, that would be incredible. But he'll never do that. Like,
I mean, it's February in 3 days,
yeah,
so
probably not.
you know,
Yeah, he's probably walking around at like 170 or something.
if it was maybe like the 1920s or 1950s or something, where they fix fights or fix matchups in like within the space of a week, but not in this day and age. But yeah, I want to see Liam Williams fight Andre. But isn't there talk that he could vacate?
Oh really? Oh,
I don't know.
that'd be stupid because that's the only bargain. Like no one wants to fight him anyway because he's just a bit awkward, I think, and he doesn't really
Yeah.
have much of a following. If he relinquishes the belt, then he's literally got nothing. He's got absolutely.
Oh no! It might have been because he'd have to vacate to move up to fight Billy Joe at 168.
Oh yeah. That would be why, because then you automatically become mandatory. Thing is, he could do that now if he wanted to. Because what would happen? To be honest with you, that's actually a very clever move now. And I'll tell you why. Like he wouldn't do it now. He could do it now. He could do it now and have a stay busy fight or two, and then wait. And the reason why I say that is because whoever wins out of Canelo and Billy Joe, he'll become mandatory for them. Yeah, he'll get Canelo fight because he'll become mandatory. The only issue is you don't know when the mandatories are going to be called for the other two bouts, but I don't really know. This is going to be WBA and WBO and WBC.
Yeah.
And Yildrim is the highest one.
But then on here, it's got Benavidez as 1 and Yildrim as 2. So I don't know what's going on.
Interesting. Yeah,
it's
I mean,
odd,
either way, if Andre really wants those two next, he could do that, I guess, because you automatically become mandatory, which is I'm not quite with that rule. I think if you move up, you should maybe be ranked in the top 5, but mandatory is nuts. I just think it's silly, but that's a discussion for another day.
Definitely.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, not really. Eubank wants to fight Murata, the Japanese lad, who I don't know much about.
The WBA regular.
He's no. He's the champ now. WBA actual champ.
Oh, middleweight, isn't it? Sorry, yeah, because he got elevated.
Yeah. So just fight.
Fight, look, that's a winnable fight, and he can say all he wants that he's been a world champion because he's got had the IBO belt, but that's just complete BS. So he needs to win a proper world title, and then he can actually start calling out people like Charlo.
Which is one that I want to see, but I don't think it can happen next anyway.
No, he needs if he has a world title and he's got a bargaining chip. That's what that's what he's got to realize. Yeah. Okay. Thanks very much for being on again. And
thank you for having me.
That's okay. And guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please make sure you like, comment, and share the videos. Thank you very much. It really does help. And subscribe. And look, there's a lot of fights to look forward to, and I can't wait to watch them actually because January obviously no fights in the UK. In February we will do, and I can't wait. So let's see. I think, it's going to be interesting to see, what happens with boxing in the next few months. I know Matchroom will release a schedule, but I don't even know if it's going to be in the UK. It might be in different territories like Monte Carlo or Gibraltar or stuff. So let's see. But at least
take it wherever it needs to go.
Yeah.
Take it wherever it needs to go.
I mean, for us it doesn't matter, right? Because we're just going to be watching on the TV anyway. So. Looking forward to that. And actually, I'm probably going to I might try and do some of the bigger fights anyway. I might do a live, try and get some people on or
watch along
myself. Yeah, watch along. Yeah. Because boxing matches are so short as well, so you may as well. Quite fun. And do some reviews and stuff as well. So can't wait. Okay, thanks very much, guys, and stay safe.